It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They go again with blue. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Left side to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Prescott now. He hits blue. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
In motion right is Robinson. Now it's Wilson.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Wilson. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Tracy.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
That ball caught by Slayton.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
On the give, it's Tracy.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go play action with Wilson.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it as we resume action.
Gano out to kick this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They begin with a carry for Blue. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try and run again with Blue. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Third and 4. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Prescott off play action. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll toss it here to Blue. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. But he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
They'll run. This is Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Russell Wilson and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Wilson to throw.
That is caught. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
Play action. It's Wilson.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Malik Neighbors.
64 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Prescott. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
Now Wilson. This one is Slayton over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing, Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
To throw is Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Prescott from the gun.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now it's Wilson.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got Bellinger. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On the run is Tracy. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's got the hook up there, the Neighbors. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
In motion goes the tight end. Wilson. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here's Wilson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tracy. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott now.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the ground, here comes Tracy.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 45 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Tracy. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out. Then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Prescott.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And again, it's Prescott.
Going right back to Ferguson.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Prescott to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a 2nd and 2. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll go again with Tracy, and he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tracy. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Tracy. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain an 11-point spread. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 11, a little over 20 seconds to go. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent field position on 1st down. Here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.